Hi everyone, welcome along. Today we're going to look at monoblock tap mixers. That's the mixers with a single spout and the problem you get when they come loose and start moving around. I'll show you the type of taps I mean. This is one of the type, and as you can see it's the single stem type. There's our bathroom one, same thing again, called a monoblock mixer. What happens when they come loose and start moving around? I mean, mine's tight, but when the whole thing starts revolving and shaking around, so when you move the spout, the whole tap turns around. When you move it back, the whole tap turns this way, and it's kind of knocking against the wall. It's all loose and flopping around. How do you tighten up? Well, let me show you how hard it is to actually get to it to do it first. I'll show you the view from underneath. So there's the view up behind the back of the basin. I'll get my hand out of the light so that you can see, and you can see not a lot. The nut to do it up is that little brass thing you can just about see there. With a horseshoe, and you've got to get a spanner up there, and you can, as you can see, it's not going to be very easy. There's the view from the other side of the basin, just as tough, and this is the same kind of view you get for the sink. Under the sink, it can even be worse when it's up behind the back of the bowl of the sink to get to that nut up there. So, as you can see, it's a very difficult task to do, isn't it? Not as easy as it looks. I did do a video under the sink there, explaining and showing how to tighten those taps up some time ago, but as you can probably guess, once you get your spanner and your hands up there, you can't see a damn thing. So in order to clarify things, I thought it'd be simpler to try and sort this one out in a clearer, more visual way by showing you the problem and then show you what is actually up behind there holding the tap on. And what you've actually got is this arrangement, this horseshoe arrangement, and there's the nut. So the bit you can see just about is that horseshoe and that nut going up under the basin. That goes into the bottom of the tap, and the tap then comes out on its spout like so, and that is holding it on. So that nut there has come loose. The taps come loose. It's just sometimes happens just through use. The taps can get a bit stiff, so then you twist them a bit hard and it breaks the seal and they start to move around. It's kind of a thing that happens all the time. So you need to get on that nut there to tighten up. As you can see, that's not going to be easy, but luckily there are some box spanners that you can buy that are made for the job. I've got a link for them if you want to buy it, get the right ones. I'll put it up for you, my Amazon link through the site. They're only about £5 or £6, but without them, tightening taps or indeed even replacing them will be impossible without it. So let me show you the spanner. Well, spanners, I should say. They're box spanners, as you can see. This one fits the nut, I believe, but these nuts, these particular brass nuts, are all different sizes, which is why you've got different sizes on this little set that you get. And this one fits on there, as you can see, it's twisting. That's the right size. Now, the good thing with these is that you can link them together. So if you need to get right down back behind the back of the bowl of a sink, for instance, to tighten it up, you can lock one into the other. So if that's the right size, for instance, on that particular tap, you can put it up and then put this spanner, I'll come back and show you a bit more, into that one there. I think it goes up that way, so that they lock together. So now you've got them locked together. So that now brings the Tommy bar end of this spanner way down. So then you're clear of the bowl, and you could be clear of the pipes and the trap maybe even. Then you can get your little Tommy bar in. You won't have much room to turn it, but you can just keep nipping it, pulling it out, move the spanner around so the hole's in the right place again, and then spin it round again. Always to tighten it, it's back to the wall that way, okay? So it's always going to be that way. Don't go that way, you'll undo it. Alright, that way. If this was our sink in the bathroom I just showed you, then to tighten it up would be that way. Okay, just to make sure you've got that on. Make sure. And then you'll be able to seal that back down. You can take it up and put new washers in if you'd rather, but then you've got to take the whole thing out the sink. Generally when it comes loose, it's generally because it was never really that tight in the first place, and maybe one of the taps is a bit stiff, so you've been really twisting and turning them. And when you've got children as well, you know, they get a lot of use and it can come loose. So there we are. Always easier to explain it by showing you this little arrangement that you've got under the tap, rather than the video that I did a couple of years ago, which I've got on there if you want to look at that. I'll give you a link for that one, so you can look at it, but you'll see that you can't really see all that much if you get what I mean, because once the spanner and my hands are up there, there's not much to see except blackness and dark. Anyway, that's it, just a little one that I was asked about the other day, and they did say they tried to watch that video that I'd done a couple of years ago, but couldn't really work out what was going on and what you actually needed to do. So just to clarify, that is our little thing, that's our little, even plumbers hate doing them, so you're not alone. Okay, anyway, that's all from me. Thanks very much for watching, guys. All my stuff, you know where to go, Derek33. Thanks for watching, bye bye.